Hey there, before we dive into today's episode, I have something exciting to share with you. If you're ready to grow your podcast, reach more listeners, and turn your show into a revenue generating machine, you need to be at the Moms Behind the Mic Summit. This free virtual event is happening from March 24th through 27th, and it's packed with actionable sessions from expert podcasters and business owners who know what it takes to build a successful show without spending all day on social media. Grab your free ticket now by going to momsbehindthemic.com and let's take your podcast to the next level together. Do you ever feel like you're stuck in the never-ending cycle of client work, emails, and to-do lists with no time to actually grow your business? If you're constantly reacting instead of strategizing, it's time to hit pause and step into your CEO role. In today's episode, I'm breaking down exactly how to implement CEO days in your business, even if you feel like you don't have the time. Trust me, this one shift can completely change the way that you run your business and your life. So grab your coffee, block out some time on your calendar, and let's jump in. Welcome to the Moms Make Money podcast. I'm your host, Jenny. I'm the owner of Moms Make Money Collective, a podcast and visibility strategist and mom of two. Many moms feel like we need to sacrifice our careers for our children, but I wholeheartedly believe that we can have a thriving business and family at the same time. In this podcast, we're going to be diving into the ins and outs of running a business as a mom and getting real and raw about all things parenting. So buckle up because we're about to go all in. Hey there, and welcome back to the Moms Make Money podcast. I am your host, Jenny, and I'm super excited to chat with you today about something that has completely transformed my business, and I know it can do the same for yours. We're talking about CEO days, what they are, why they matter, and how you can start implementing them in your business today. As moms running businesses, it's so easy to get stuck in the weeds, answering emails, handling client work, and checking off the never-ending to-do list. But when was the last time you actually sat down and focused on the bigger picture of your business? If you're feeling like you're always working in your business and never on it, you're not alone. I used to feel the same way, overwhelmed, constantly playing catch up, and never making real progress toward my bigger business goals. But when I started implementing CEO days, everything changed. I finally had a structured time to strategize, plan, and make smart decisions instead of just reacting to everything. So in this episode, I'm going to be breaking all of that down for you, what a CEO day is, how to set it up, and how to make it work even if you feel like you don't have any time. And trust me, once you start implementing CEO days, you will never want to go back. So grab a cup of coffee or tea, put your earbuds in, and let's get to it. So first up, let's start with the basics. What exactly is a CEO day? So a CEO day is a dedicated time to work on your business instead of in it. It's a day, or even just a few hours if that's all you got, where you step into the role of CEO, where you focus on the strategy, growth, and long-term vision of your business rather than just executing those daily tasks. Think of it like a business retreat for yourself, where you can step away from client work, your inbox overload, and social media to truly focus on what is next. CEO days are not about catching up on small admin tasks or answering emails. They're about setting goals and making strategic decisions, planning your next steps in business, reviewing your finances and offers, optimizing your systems and processes, and creating a roadmap for growth. Without CEO days, it's really easy to get stuck in that worker mode and never actually step into the CEO role of your business. And let's be real, if we don't make time to be the CEO, then who will? So first up, let's talk about the benefits and why you should start implementing CEO days in your business. There are definitely a ton of benefits, but let's go over a few of the biggest ones. So the first one is big picture thinking. When you're constantly working in your business, it's really hard to zoom out and look at the big picture. CEO days give you that space to think long-term, set goals, and make sure that your business is heading in the right direction. Otherwise, you just keep replaying the same year over and over and over again and wondering why you're not making any progress. Second benefit is increased productivity. It might sound counterintuitive, but taking some time away from your client work and daily tasks actually makes you more productive. By prioritizing strategy and planning, you eliminate a lot of the wasted time and last-minute scrambling. The third benefit is more clarity and direction. So if you ever feel like you're spinning your wheels, it's probably because you don't have a clear plan. CEO days help you get clarity on your priorities and what's actually moving the needle in your business. And lastly, better decision making. Instead of making rushed decisions based on stress or deadlines, CEO days help you make thoughtful, strategic choices that align with your business goals. So now you know why CEO days are so powerful. Let's talk about how to set them up so that they actually work for you. So, the first thing you want to do is choose your CEO date frequency and duration. You don't have to have a full day CEO retreat every single week, though that would be nice. Instead, you can start with a half day once a month, a full day every quarter, or even 2 to 3 hours weekly can make a big impact. Pick a rhythm that works for you and your business, and just getting started and doing it is the first step. So, the second step here is to create a CEO day agenda. So, here's a simple structure that you can follow. Number one, do a business review, check your progress, revenue, and key metrics, and see how all that is going. The second thing to do is a financial check in. So, review your income, your expenses, and pricing, and just take a look at that and see how everything is going. If you're feeling good about those things, or if you're ready to increase that, or what that looks like for you specifically. The third thing to check in on is your content and your marketing planning. So, batch your content and plan upcoming promotions, because if we don't do it, we're never going to do it. And then we're going to experience a lull in new business and we're going to wonder why. And it's because our marketing is just not happening. So, highly recommend doing this. The next thing you want to focus on is systems and automation. Identify areas to streamline and improve efficiency, because when you're doing this automation, it can help you save so much time and give you so much more time back to work on those money generating tasks and even just spending more time with your family. And lastly, professional development. So, this is where you're reading, learning, or investing in coaching and masterminds to continue improving yourself and your business. The third step here is to set up your environment for success. So, you want to get rid of any distractions, set an out of office message if you need to, and turn off your notifications on Slack, your phone, wherever you're getting notifications. Eliminate them and get rid of them so that you're not feeling called to be on these things when you're in your CEO day. Next thing you want to do is find your focus zone. It depends on where you're at with your kids. Are your kids old enough to be in school? Are they at home with you? This might be early in the morning or late at night, depending on how old your kids are or depending on your schedule and setup. But find your focus zone, figure out where you're going to do this and how you're going to do it. And then lastly, use the right tools. So maybe you're more of a planner person, or you're more of digital. If maybe you're more of a paper planner person, or maybe you're more digital and you prefer something like Google Sheets or Airtable, this can all help you stay organized throughout the process. And the final step here is to commit to the process and track your progress. So keep a CEO day checklist to track your wins and next steps. It's really nice to see, my last CEO day, I was able to get content scheduled for the next 2 to 4 weeks, or I was able to automate my entire onboarding process, or whatever that win is. Write it down, because it really helps see that these CEO days are beneficial. And I want you to reflect after each CEO day. What worked, what needs adjusting, and refine for next time. Treat a CEO day like a non-negotiable business meeting, because it really is. It's really important to do these CEO days and be able to know the pulse and get a pulse check on your business. I know what you might be thinking. You might be thinking, I don't have time for a CEO day. Well, even just 2 to 3 hours a month can make a huge difference, because that's 2 to 3 hours a month that you weren't putting into your business in the first place. You also might be thinking, I feel guilty stepping away from client work. Your business growth depends on this. Clients benefit when your business is thriving, not just surviving. So keep that in mind. You also might be thinking, I don't know what to do during a CEO day. I shared a structured agenda earlier, so revisit that and implement that and see how far you get. Or you might be saying, well, I've already been doing CEO days, but I keep skipping them. I want you to treat it like a doctor's appointment. Block it off and commit to doing it. Don't just push it to the wayside. All right, so now you know what a CEO day is and how to start implementing it in your business. Your action step from today's episode is to schedule your CEO day within the next week. Even if it's just like a 1 to 2 hour block it off in your calendar and make it happen. I would love to hear when you schedule your CEO day. Make sure to tag me over on Threads or Instagram. My handle is @jenny.suneson, so that's JENNY.SUNESON. I'd love to hear from you about that. Or if you've already done CEO days and you need to get consistent with them again, I'll help hold you accountable. Let me know on either Threads or Instagram. Those are where I hang out the most. And if you enjoyed this episode, make sure to hit the follow button, leave me a review, and share it with another mom in business who needs to hear more about CEO days. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you next week for another episode of Moms Make Money. Until next time. Thank you so much for tuning into today's episode. I really hope you enjoyed it. I'd love it if you would head on over to our free Facebook group called Moms Make Money Collective to connect with us further. If you're more of an Instagram fan, make sure you're following us on Instagram at Moms Make Money Collective. If you're loving the show, make sure to leave us a rating and review on Apple Podcast. Your feedback means the absolute world to us. We'll see you in the next episode.